Good?
I'm good.
All right, well, let's get it.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is your guy, Anthony Smith, and I'm sitting here with my guy.
Yo, P in the building.
And this is Chop It Up, where you get your weekly dose of the photo and the video. Welcome to season 2, episode 6. We still in this Chop It Up studio. It's getting live in here, man. We've been working on this thing, and it's finally starting to come together. And I'm feeling happy with it. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling happy where we at, the way we sounding. I've been doing a lot of like listening to other people's podcasts, and you know, you got to kind of level yourself up by who's really doing this on a real high level. And I feel like we ain't got the followers yet, you know what I mean? So like, share, comment, and yeah, do y'all part, you know. But we still in here. But that's one of the greatest things about this Chop It Up podcast is we come in here just to kind of not really vent, but you know, try and help you guys get to our level, or for the people that are on our level or beyond our level, just laugh at these stories that we have, because evidently it's nobody else out there that wants to say that they fuck up, and we not scared to let y'all know.
Not one bit.
We mess up. We human, and it's called human error, and it happens from time to time. But on today's episode, man, we are going to get into the nitty and the gritty, because I keep on having so many people in my lane and so many people in P's lane that just think the photography and the videography thing is a game. And you see somebody's feed and you see this timeline of all of this beautiful imagery, but you have no idea what goes behind that.
Right. There's a lot of like there's a lot of what you see, like there's a lot of back work, and you know, it didn't happen overnight. And you know, even if somebody has some presets that they got passed down to them or whatever, the pressure is like you have to still put in the work to recreate whatever it is.
The coldest thing about a preset is only going to work on, it's like when you see that GoPro, and when you see that GoPro commercial, and every year they drop a GoPro commercial and it looks damn amazing. They shot that in the dopest spot, with the dopest people, with the best lighting, to give that camera the absolute best look that it can give you. And you get your GoPro and you wonder, why don't my shit look like theirs on the commercial? It's reasons behind it.
It's a dime a dozen, man.
You drop that LUT on there and it just don't look the same. And those LUTs are created for certain situations, and that's why there's so many different LUT packs that are out there. If you guys haven't noticed, you're not going to be able to just buy one pack and it's going to cover every single shooting condition that you're going to fall into. And that's why professional photographers and videographers create their own LUTs and looks, because they know what they're shooting for. So when they go out in these certain settings, in these certain situations, they already have an idea of the look that they're going to go with. So it makes it a lot easier. And then you buy those LUT packs and you expect to get the same thing that they got every time, kind of like the GoPro commercial, and it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. And I mean, you get good at your craft, and you're going to be able to make magic out of any situation, but it definitely takes experience. Like, for me today, I went and I shot directly in the sun on purpose. I want to master it. I want to get better at it. And the only way to do that is to do it, because there's this look that I'm trying to get that if somebody asks me on how to get it, I'm not going to wait till it's shoot time to know how to do it. So, right. You know, that's one thing you also have to be, you know, that's part of the game. That's part of creating that really nice profile that you might click on somebody's Instagram, and you know, their everything looks so like sequenced and all the colors are the same and all. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it takes time to get there. And that, you know, one of the reasons why I don't kind of if you go on my Instagram, you see everything from the beginning till now. Because I don't want you to think that it was always good and glory. I don't want you to think that everything was always perfect. I want you to look back and see that some of my shit used to be trash. Mm-hmm. Because I want you to respect where I'm at now. Right. Because I want you to understand, even if you were an older client, well, why do you charge more now? Well, shit, look at my shit back then. Yeah. Look at it now. I didn't put in the work. I deserve to get paid for it.
Exactly. I'm ready. My PayPal's open. Cash App. I takes it all. Don't come with the EBT. I take it. I'm taking all of it. We'll just go to Food for Less right after the shoot. You know what I mean? Fill up the basket, swipe, call it a day. You know how it goes. Your boy's still hood in here. We're not playing. But the same thing goes for the cameras as goes for the software for the cameras. All of this stuff has a learning curve. None of it is going to come out of the box and just be able to shoot amazing. All of them have an auto button, and the auto button is there specifically for the hustle. They want you to think that you're going to be able to put that camera in auto and you're going to get the same pictures that you see all over the internet, and it's just not going to happen. Basically, what that thing is doing is it's allowing the camera, which has a small built-in computer, software chip, whatever you want to call it, inside of it, and it's detecting the light and reading the scene for you and deciding what you want. So P just went out to go do this shoot for because he wanted to see what the highlights were going to look like with the sun coming directly into camera, right? The camera is going to give him something completely different than what he was looking for. It took him to get out of an auto setting into a manual setting and create the look that he wanted.
And I don't like, if you guys, hold on, we're going to throw one of these out here.
Gym time.
If you really want to learn your camera, don't even put it in auto. Put it in, you should always be in manual no matter what.
Right.
That auto setting ain't going to do nothing but hinder you.
Yes.
And if you're worried about, well, I'm not going to create something great. Okay, well, get your ass to shooting more.
Right.
That's just all it means. It means if you can't get it, keep shooting.
Yeah. And there's a lot of film schools that are out there that are digital now and that you can pay a couple $100. And, the one that we paid for was called Full-Time Filmmaker. But the thing was, by the time we paid for it, we already knew everything.
Right. I was in there like, damn.
I was really expecting to get some gems out of there and didn't get anything. But the thing that it would have given myself and P was the structure, because we got everything off of YouTube from YouTube University, and it was just jumbled because we didn't know the terminology. We didn't know what we were looking for. We didn't know, you know what I mean? So you just start searching photography and just like going wherever that loophole that where it takes you, you know what I mean? And sometimes you find good stuff, other times you find stuff that you're not going to use. But the thing with YouTube is you just keep on looking, and eventually you're going to be able to dig up and find what you're looking for. But the thing that I loved about the class, even though it was digital, you could do it whenever you wanted to. You could watch it from your phone. You could watch it from the computer. You could even watch it from the TV. It was dope the way that it was set up, but it was structured to take you, as school would, from point A to point B.
Right. So
if you're barely just getting into the game, and you have a couple $100 to spare, then download one of those film schools. It's probably going to save you a lot of hours, and we all know that time is money. But if money isn't one of the things that you have, like you spent basically all your little change on your camera and you just trying to get out there and shoot, then go through that portal of YouTube and just shoot. But
or tap in right on with us. We got
you can tap in, but the problem is, man, when you tap in with somebody, you have to expect to be able to hold a light, grab a bag. Like, it ain't just going to be you're coming out here and getting straight to the money. That's not the way that it works. You know what I mean? Like, nobody grabbed my hand. Nobody grabbed P's hand and said, come on, I'm going to take you to the gold. You know what I mean? It just does not happen that way. Like,
well, one thing you got to think about too is somebody else's treasure ain't yours.
True.
You still got to create your own lane regardless. I can show you, regardless of if you come in on a shoot with us, all we're going to do is give you the direction for what we're looking for on that shoot.
Yeah.
It's your job to collect all of the whatever we're dropping, whatever's coming out of our pockets, pick all that up, save it.
All them goddamn gems I just dropped behind me. You better pick them things up. You see the purple on the back?
Save it.
Them is gems, goddammit. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, P. I'm sorry, P. I'm sorry. I was getting excited. Go ahead. I like that one.
I see. You
do.
pressed the motherfucker twice at full goddamn blast.
I love it. I do like that one, y'all. It's getting serious.
But no, if you're gonna go and shadow somebody on a shoot, that's almost better than school, because you're learning stuff hands on, and there's just not too many people that are gonna turn you away and say no.
Right.
But you have to man up, woman up, whatever Whatever you have to ask. You have to ask.
You got to be willing to do whatever it's going to take because you have the hustle and it's something that you really want to learn how to do. Like there was a person that we both love this dude's work. He's dope. You know what I mean? And we both had opportunities to work with him, but not only the distance kept us away, but the work ethic kept us away. So just because the person that you're looking at and you see this feed and you see this stuff, just because the work is fire doesn't mean that the collaboration is going to be fire.
Right.
You can have a major fail there too, because we both felt like we found a pot of gold, you know what I mean, and cashed in. Like it's like when you see the rainbow and we made it to the other side, but it wasn't no gold bucket.
It wasn't even that. We found a rainbow, got inside of the rainbow, and it was like, what the fuck is this? We could be 100 about that. I was ready to go.
Of gold.
I was ready to go home.
I felt hustled.
Right. I'm like, this motherfucker just wasting our time.
Right. Exactly. So not all of the people that you look up to on the internet are going to be the same when you meet them in person. And that's going to be something that you're going to have to kind of work through. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing as playing on any type of team, man. Like you can have a whole bunch of all-stars, but if they don't gel, it don't fucking matter.
Don't matter.
You'll get beat by a bunch of scrubs.
Exactly.
Because they work together, you know, and that's what it's about. When you guys are collabing and stuff like that, make sure you guys have some type of relationship.
Yeah.
Of communication or something of something. Like even if you guys can only talk about baseball cards, whatever will pass time by to where you guys feel comfortable around each other, talk about damn baseball cards. Like it whatever. But if you don't
whatever brings you guys together as a team.
If you don't find no type of chemistry, that project's gonna be trash.
It ain't gonna work. I'm sorry, bro. It ain't gonna work. There's one other thing with the whole looking for mentorship and trying to put yourself out there. Make sure that you got the time to do it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to waste somebody else's time, and you don't want to just say you're going to go and you're going to be there and they're expecting you to be there because you said that you were going to be there. So maybe now I took some extra gear that I wouldn't have normally taken, and then you call 5 minutes before the shoot, an hour before the shoot, like, bro, I ain't going to be able to make it. And then get back in my DM the following week and expect me to answer and have the same response. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? So make sure that when you do get the chance, you capitalize on that.
I can guarantee if you cancel on me on some bullshit, I'm never working with you again.
It's not going to happen.
Because to me, it's just about respect.
Right.
And if it's life happens, I get that. But if you about wasting my time, hell no. Hell no, I'm busy as it is, and I do not mind helping folks out, but I take it very serious, like with wasted time, like straight up, like
guys to make sure you capitalize on that time, man, and there's not really a set limit on how much time you need to shadow somebody or, because they understand that you're there trying to grow and trying to do your thing. You know what I mean? Don't go in there like, I want to work for your company, and then get as much information as you can and then snake your way out and go start your own thing. Keep it 100. Like if that's what if that's what you want to do, and that's what everybody wants, their own business. Everybody wants, you know what I mean? But you're going to have to put in those 3-4 years of carrying the bags, understanding lighting, understanding your camera settings inside and out before you can actually start taking those gigs and charging somebody what you feel like your work is worth. You can't come out and shoot on my shoot with my lighting and my cameras and post it and then expect to get my clientele, because when it comes down to it, you just happen to be there at that shoot, manning that camera that I set up for you.
And I see that too often where, folks will try to take credit for somebody else's shoot. Yeah. Like if you're going to shoot something, like respectfully say this is behind the scenes for such and such for this event. If not, like that's some snake shit. That's just the truth, y'all. Like, and then unless you announce that when you came, if that that's different. But if you I'm gonna just go over here and do, and then that's fire.
Yeah,
and then more likely you're gonna post it before the person that shot even got done with his project. So you're shitting on them all the way around. Like don't do that. Just be cool about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard a story on YouTube. This is a while back. It's a guy named Jacob Owens, Buff Nerds on YouTube. Super big. He's a director, does his thing. He's been doing it for a while. And he had a guy who hit him in his DM, and he's like us, you know what I mean? Like he wants to help out everybody in this community. I don't want to say everybody. A lot of people in the community are going to be willing to help out if they can, when they can. And this was one of the times that he was able to help out. And he had somebody come out, shoot behind the scenes. And after the guy was done, he was like, so it's going to be $250.
Huh?
And he looked over at him and he was like,
he charged him?
yeah.
What the fuck?
So he was like, there was never any discussion on price. There was never anything about it. It was like, hey, bro, I know you're going to be out in my area tomorrow. I just wanted to come out and shoot behind the scenes and see if I could come hang out with you and the team.
And then ask for some money after?
Yes.
Oh, bro, that I'm not even paying that attention. I'm just turning around and walking away, bro. Like, do what you want to do with that footage. I'm out.
He said he gave him half up. He gave him half. I'm going to give you the other half when I get the video, and I'm never talking to you again.
Yeah,
don't even bother tagging me. Whatever you do with the footage,
do what you got to do, player.
Yeah, that's all you.
Wow.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, there's no reason to even do that. I always tell folks, like during the whole pandemic and stuff, I started seeing folks like ripping footage or posting a whole bunch of like throwbacks. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I understand like we couldn't go out the house, like you couldn't go grab somebody, but there was still a ultimate like. There's a bunch of stuff to still shoot. You know,
right.
If you got
I was
kids,
seeing some crazy shit with some cereal,
right?
Some fruit, like random stuff in the
right.
house. You know what I mean?
Folks started flexing their talent on their cameras. You know, they tapped into. I seen a lot of people. So I saw two things during the pandemic. I saw folks fall all the way to fuck off and just give up. Mm-hmm. And then I saw the other side fucking accelerate like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like just straight up like motherfuckers. Step they
making
game
something
all
out
the
of
way
nothing,
up. Right?
But those are going to be the people that are going to succeed, anyways. You know what I mean? It's just been a time to kind of weed out the BS that was, what was in the industry. The people who just bought the cameras because they felt like that they needed to, get a side hustle or do this or that, but they didn't realize how much work went into it. There's a lot of times that you get invited out to these events and these places, and without the person who invited you, you're so many years behind even being able to get into that door that you have to recognize those things. You know what I mean? When I went down and I'm realizing like I'm looking around at like all of these Hollywood stars and I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like it like not took my breath away, but I'm like, there's no way I would have been able to get in here without this person that took me. You know what I mean? No matter if we still work together or not, it was just one of those things that opened my eyes to like, man, the collab, is it worth it? And then it took me and myself to realize that it just wasn't worth it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and to see where he's at now and like, you got so much talent, bruh. Like, you should really be running stuff. And I keep on hearing these stories of people moving here from out of state and like killing it. And then looking at their work and like seeing, it's just sad, bro.
Right.
Like, ugh. But it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the same work ethic as P. P triples, quadruples, 10 times 10x is what I do. You know what I mean? I still get money. This is a hobby for me. It's different. Like, I still have a full-on job to go to, full-on family to maintain. This is a side hustle that I love, and it's also a hobby for me. So I don't want to turn it into what P necessarily has. We use this tool that we have in two different directions. You know what I mean? Like, it's two different things for both of us, but we both have fun with it. And when it's go time, we both take it serious. That's, you guys can see it. You know what I mean? You guys seen it here and Chop It Up, like how fast we were able to elevate the show from a back room to what you guys see now, and it just dedication, not being afraid to spend the money. And that's one thing that I've never been afraid to do, because this is one of the greatest hobbies that you can have, because you get return on investment.
Right.
Period.
Up, man.
There's so many other hobbies that you can have out there that aren't going to give you anything back but a good time and a story. This is giving me dollars in my pocket and the good time in the story. So that's why I mess with it.
Yeah, I can't say like I shoot. I think earlier in in season 1 we talked about like what do I shoot, and I shoot everything, and I do that so that I don't lose a passion for it. Like I make sure I do fun shoots. I make sure that I set up stuff that's going to take me outside of my element, because I don't, like last year, the amount of weddings that I did Jesus.
Yeah,
like I love seeing people in love, but it was like
over it.
boom, 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 boom. I'll never do that to myself again, ever,
Over it.
ever. Because I was like, when I got to the end of wedding season, I was like, bro, I don't even want to edit this, and it has nothing to do with the clients, it had nothing to do with like locations or anything like that. It's just it's oversaturated, and you start feeling like a robot. So
Yeah.
like I would challenge you guys to just step outside of your box every now and then. Every now and then, just step outside of your box, so that you're always fresh when it's time to do your task, no matter what. You don't walk in there with no attitude. Like you don't walk in there with because people are gonna feel it. They're gonna feel that energy. If you come in there with on some bullshit, they're gonna be like, damn, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Right.
Fuck, I'm getting married.
Right.
So it's like,
Why he man? What's wrong with him?
Right. And, people can feel your vibes if you're tired. Like if you didn't get no rest tonight. Like you just got to understand.
That's me.
Like you're like people are gonna.
I'm gonna show up drunk. I'm just playing. I'm gonna show up faded. No, I'm playing.
But if there's some drink, he definitely gonna drink it.
Oh, you damn right. Don't have no drink out because we gonna sip. Don't trip. It might be in the contract that you signed and you just didn't see it because the print was that fine.
Hey, so we just little side note. I'm just tell you guys, alcohol, whatever. Watermelon.
I got you.
Do
Man,
not leave.
hammer blammer.
So we went and we were trying to do some we tried to take podcasts on the road, and they messed around and left the watermelon out.
Oh my Lord. But the problem was the watermelon was fire.
It was so amazing.
It was fire. You know when you get those pre-cut joints, you get them pre-cut joints and they're never like good. This was the very first time that I've ever opened up one of the pre-cut joints, and it was like
that was
flame.
That was GMO for sure.
Flame. We ate all of the watermelon.
There was 3 bins.
Ate it all. It's gone.
We smashed.
Ate it all. It was a wrap for the watermelon.
So all I'm saying is don't leave no damn watermelon out around us. We ain't even gonna ask you questions.
Yeah. Nah.
Because to me, I'm just like, if it's a platter of watermelon there, it's meant to be shared.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't.
You damn right. You didn't hire 2 niggas and not think we was gonna eat no watermelon. The fuck? My bad. I'm sorry. Black Lives Matter.
There's something wrong with this guy.
My bad. My bad. Sorry. Happens. Before we get up out of here, you guys, I have been listening to one of the dopest podcasts besides our podcast, Black with No Cream. This is for any creator that's getting into the game. I don't care if you are brand new in the game or you've been in the game 30 or 40 years. The platform is dope. What they're doing over there is dope. And that's all I'm going to say. Go check it out. Black with No Cream. Fire.
He put me on. It's very entertaining. Like
Fire.
They got me on some we got to step our shit up.
Yeah, for sure.
But like real talk, guys. If you guys aren't looking at people that are making noise, and you're not trying to chase that, what are you doing?
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is,
what are you doing?
They've been going for 2 years.
Yeah.
They're still under 1,000 subs. They have freaking amazing guests that are like the biggest of what they do in the photography and videography industry. And it just shows you sometimes it takes a minute to catch fire. You know what I mean?
And
because
I'm glad that you said that, because, the following doesn't always reflect how legit they are.
No, not at all.
At all. And I know you guys might look at somebody's Instagram account like, damn, they got blah, 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 blah. No, you don't know if they had a bot do that or, they just hashtag and they draw the attention like that. It doesn't mean that the following is actually that strong.
Right.
I know a lot of people like you just said, they're under 1,000. I know a lot of people that are 300.
Mm-hmm.
But they're busier than anybody out here in these streets. They're making more money than anybody out here in these streets. So don't let
Hi, guys.
Right.
I get it in. Scott. Nigga ain't got no following, but I stay gone.
You guys, just
booked
don't.
and busy. I'm gonna get a shirt.
The following just doesn't always reflect how active they truly are.
Right. And some creators, just because they're creators, don't use these platforms the way that they're meant to be used and the way that they've become meant to be used. You know what I mean? Because when Instagram first came out, Instagram is not what it was.
Nah, hell no.
Same thing with Facebook, same thing with all of these platforms. And they kind of transform over the years into certain things and morph into other things. And you guys got to realize what's going on. You know what I mean? It's just a part of the game, you know? People get it on different levels, different ways. And you can't always go off of social media clout.
Nope.
But I'm your guy, Anthony Smith.
Yo, P in the building.
And this is I'm gonna get my followers up, B.
Man, I'm just looking for some more damn watermelon.
I'm about to go check the refrigerator right now.
Don't worry about no followers right now. Player with my watermelon.